I thought you were talking about this because this is the next subject that I was going to talk about. And this was an article that came out a while ago. And, the fact that it's not being talked about more is really concerning. But Donald Trump is setting up for, if he does lose the election,
Mhm.
to cheat and steal this
Oh,
thing.
yeah, that too.
There,
Yeah.
there was an
Yeah.
article by through Rolling Stone, but I want to read a few details from that here. Can you see that, Lana?
Mhm.
Okay. Um, so at least 70 pro Donald Trump election denialists are working as election officials in key swing states, according to a report published from Rolling Stone and the right wing extremism research newsletter American Doom. Officials who had promoted election conspiracy theories were identified in at least 16 counties in six swing states: Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. These individuals were identified through scouring coverage of refusals to certify the 2020 election results and other denialist behavior, as well as sifting through the social media profiles of election officials in these states. Across those swing states, Trump loyalists stand ready to disrupt the results of democratically held elections. At least 22 of them have already refused or delayed certification in recent years, indicating likely chaos in November. Republicans have even begun fighting for the right to refuse to certify elections based on absolutely nothing. And these absolutely nothing things are, things like mail-in voting. And
Yeah.
somebody, I think in that article, the lady says that she was denied. There was something in an election office that she went into, and I'm sure it was something where she set it up that was kooky, and they said, no, we're not doing that. So this is part of the ruse, as saying, hey, I wasn't allowed to do this. There's something up with this office. So they're going to make up things to basically just say, we are not certifying this election, which could cause months of chaos and all that stuff. And I think everybody needs to probably start preparing themselves for this nonsense. And then that is probably going to happen.
Yeah. Nebraska?
Yeah. So again, that's another thing I want to bring up about Nebraska. And thankfully, there was a GOP-led effort to move Nebraska to a winner-take-all electoral college system, which, by the way, this is, again, how the stupid electoral college system is so stupid. And this is something we clearly need to get rid of. But it was dealt another blow Monday when this hero, State Senator Mike McDonald, who is a Republican, said he wouldn't support the change. Basically, what this is and why this is a big deal is if the electoral college is tied at 269, this one electoral vote in Nebraska
Mhm.
would have put Kamala Harris at 270. Now, there's also another one in Maine that generally the Republicans win. But the problem is that Maine had come out and said that if Nebraska does that, then we're doing it and we're changing our laws. However, Maine has a law that if they were to change it now, it would be too late for the election. And Nebraska knows that they could do it instantly. So they would have been able to get away with that one extra electoral vote, while Maine would have been screwed because they would not have been able to get it in on time before the election, which, if for some reason, even if Kamala Harris wins the Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin vote, that it could be tied at 269. And if it is tied at 269, then it goes to the House, and the House names the President of the United States. But thankfully, this hero, Mike McDonald, came out and said, no, well, I'm just not doing that.
But Lindsey Graham waited. He
Yeah,
waited until Maine could not do it.
that
So
is
it is
exactly
good.
right.
But didn't they say this guy wants to be mayor or something of Omaha? So
Yeah, I think that was part of the reason. But I also think, too, it's just, whether it's you want to be mayor, well, for whatever reason, I don't care what it is at this point. Just good on him. that it's not going through. And, again, they're the ones who continue to say the Democrats are trying to cheat. And that's going to be their ruse that they lose, that the Democrats cheated. But, clearly with these fake electors, and they try to do a fake elector scheme in 2020 with this election denialism, with these people in these swing states, with what's going on in Nebraska. They are clearly trying to do everything they can to cheat to win this election because they know there's a good chance they're going to lose it. And, that alone, if you're an American and you just look at this, you should, if you're truly one of those patriotic Americans who care about the Constitution and
Right.
care about all this stuff, then you should say, you know what, we need to get rid of Donald Trump. Whatever happens after that, we'll get back to normal. But if your whole idea is, I don't even know what the idea is, Lana, at this point. I have no idea. I just don't know how anybody could vote for this guy.
Yeah, neither. It's just
Depressing.
it's disgusting.
It really is. It's depressing. It's just depressing that people can get suckered and fooled by this clown. He's a clown, and there's nothing that comes out of his mouth that is smart.